The P0138 code signifies a high voltage reading from your vehicle's downstream oxygen sensor, specifically Bank 1 Sensor 2. This sensor is located after the catalytic converter and monitors exhaust gas to ensure efficient engine operation and compliance with emissions standards. High voltage typically indicates the sensor isn't switching properly, pointing to a potential issue. Several factors can trigger the P0138 code. The most common is a faulty oxygen sensor, accounting for about 60% of cases. Damaged wiring harness, such as shorts or corrosion from rodents, can also cause the code. Exhaust leaks upstream of the sensor can fool it into reading high voltage. Coolant or antifreeze contamination from head gasket failure affects sensor readings. Fuel system issues creating a rich mixture can trigger the code. Rarely, a PCM fault can be the cause. Begin by using a scan tool to confirm the P0138 code and review the freeze frame data. Check for related codes like P0137 for low voltage or P0420 for catalytic converter failure. Visually inspect the sensor and wiring for damage. Use a multimeter to check sensor resistance and wiring continuity. Remember to disconnect the battery for safety before handling sensors. In most cases, replacing the faulty Bank 1 Sensor 2 oxygen sensor resolves the P0138 code. This downstream sensor monitors catalytic converter efficiency and is prone to failure due to contamination or age. The sensor itself is a small cylindrical device with a perforated tip that detects oxygen levels in exhaust gases. When faulty, it fails to switch voltages properly, triggering the high voltage code. For replacement, use OEM or high-quality aftermarket sensors to ensure reliability and emissions compliance. Avoid cheap alternatives that may fail prematurely. After replacing the sensor, clear the diagnostic code using an OBD2 scanner. Then test drive the vehicle under various conditions to confirm the code doesn't return and the engine runs smoothly. The average cost for sensor replacement ranges from $150 to $400, including parts and labor. This straightforward fix often resolves the issue without needing more extensive repairs. Inspect the exhaust system for leaks, especially upstream of the O2 sensor. Exhaust leaks can cause false high-voltage readings that trigger the P0138 code. Common leak locations include exhaust manifold gaskets, pipe joints, and welds. These areas are particularly vulnerable to damage from heat and vibration. Repair any leaks by welding cracks, replacing gaskets, or tightening connections. These fixes restore proper exhaust flow and eliminate false sensor readings. In some cases, a software update or ECU reset may be necessary, particularly in newer vehicles. Check for any available software updates from the manufacturer that address sensor calibration issues. A professional mechanic can perform an ECU reset to clear any stored data that may be affecting sensor readings. GM Silverado 2020-2025 has successfully used ECU recalibration in 70% of cases. As electric vehicles become more common, traditional oxygen sensors are becoming less necessary. P0138 codes will remain relevant for internal combustion engine vehicles, but future trends show a shift toward AI-driven diagnostics and virtual sensors that could significantly reduce the occurrence of this code. The automotive industry is rapidly electrifying. By 2030, electric vehicles are expected to make up over half of new vehicle sales. EVs don't use traditional combustion engines, so they don't need O2 sensors for exhaust monitoring. This means P0138 will become increasingly rare in new vehicles. For vehicles that still use internal combustion engines, P0138 will continue to be a diagnostic concern. However, advancements in AI and machine learning are transforming how we diagnose issues. Future systems will predict sensor failures before they occur, using data from multiple vehicle sensors. Another major trend is the development of virtual sensors. These software-based sensors use algorithms and data from other vehicle systems to monitor engine performance without physical components. Virtual sensors could eliminate many traditional sensor failures, including those causing P0138 codes. These advancements will likely reduce P0138 occurrences significantly. However, for current vehicles, proactive maintenance remains crucial. Regular sensor checks and staying informed about your vehicle's health can prevent issues before they become codes.